Hello guys and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to do a square root. Today we are going to do some exercise regarding a square root because we have done the definition and examples of the square and a square root, and I think so that you have all clear your concepts. So today we are going to do some exercises and we are going to solve some questions regarding square root. So first of all we are going to do an LCM rule. Now we are going to solve some questions of a square root from prime factorization method. First of all, we have to know what is prime factorization method. So prime factorization method method. First of all, we are going to revise the method of prime factorization. For example, we have a number 24 and we have to solve it using prime factorization method. So how we solve a question by prime factorization method is we have a number and we have to make it like this, and then we will write a table number over here, that in which table this number came. We have to start with the lowest number. So 24 comes in 2 table. So we are going to take 2 because 24 comes in 2 table 12 times. So we will write 12 over here. Then 12 is also come in 2 table. So 2, 6, 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 3 is 6. And 3 does not comes in 2 table. So what we are going to do is we will take 3, and 3 times 1 is 3. This is how we solve a prime factorization. Just we have to take a number, write a number like this and make columns like this, and then over here at this side we have to write the table, that in which table this number came and how many times. That 12 times 24 comes 12 comes 6 times in 2 table, 6 comes 3 times in 2 table, and 1 time 3 comes in its 3 table. This is now I have explained you the method of prime factorization, that how we solve any prime factorization. Now we are going to solve questions related to square root, and we have to solve it with prime factorization. So our question is, find the square root by prime factorization, and our first question is 256. 256. So first of all we have to do prime factorization. 256. Now I am going to solve this from 2 table, just like 2 times 1 is 2. 5 doesn't come in 2 table, but 2 times 2 is 4 and 1 will be carried over here. 2 times 8 is 16. This is solved. Again it can be solved from 2. Just remember, when there is any even number at the end, so they can be solved from 2 table. We have to choose the smallest number to solve this prime factorization questions. So now 2 times 6 is 12 and 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 3 is 6 and 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 1 is 2, 1 carry over here, and 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 2 is 4, and 2 times 1 is 2. We have solved our prime factorization. If it's ones, it means that your whole prime factorization is correct and it's done. The remainder should be 1 always, not 2. We cannot leave 2. Remainder should always be 1. So we have to solve this with its own table. Now we have to find a square root. So first of all, we have to make a square root symbol. Then what we are going to do is we are going to write this number in this square root, because we have to find the square root of this number. So 256, and then we are going to write these all factors. The factors we write over here, we have to write over here in square root. So first of all, let's count how many factors are there. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. 8 times 2. So 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 and the last one, and we are going to write this in a square root. When we are solving prime factorization question, first of all we have to write this number like this, and then we have to put is equals to and write these all factors with the sign of multiply. This is the rule of prime factorization. But when we have to find a square root and we have the square root question, so it's necessary to put in a square root symbol. Then same step, 256 will remain same, and over here we have to make pairs. For example, this is a pair. When we have same numbers, we have to make its pair. We can make the pair. This is a one pair, one. We have to make pairings when we are solving in a square root. So we have made the pairings. We are done with pairings. Now what we have to do, just we have to listen it carefully. This is step. After we have made the pairs, for example, if we have 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 11, so we cannot make pairs over here. When we have same numbers, for example 11, so we can make pairs. So we have to make the pairs of same number. So over here we have all the same numbers, so we have made pairs, and now we are going to write one number from these pairs. Just like there are 1 2 3 4 pairs, from this one pair we are going to write one number. From this pair we are going to write one number. Again from this pair we are going to write one number, and from this pair we are going to write one number. So now it's short to multiply them all, because it's too long to multiply them all. So the main step is to write this in a square root, write this number in a square root, and all the factors also in a square root with the sign of multiply, and then make pairs of the same number. And the pairs are for 2, not for 3. Just make pair for 2, 2, 2, 2. Just like make pair. After making the pairs, you have to write one number from this pair. One number. And you will write one number over here. Then this is one pair, one number from this pair, and write it over here. Then multiply them all. So 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16. Answer. You can do 16 multiplied by its own table. 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 1 is 6. Then plus 3. So 7, 8, 9. 1 times 6 is 6, and 1 times 1 is 1. Pass them on. It's 6, and 9 plus 6, it's 15, and 1 plus 1 is 2. We have carry over here. Same answer. We have checked our question. Our answer is correct. You can check your answer with calculator, and if you don't have calculator and you do have quickly, so you can do this by this method. This is the easiest method. And just to remember the prime factorization, and the main thing by doing the square root from prime factorization is that you have done your prime factorization correct, then you have to put in a square root symbol. Necessary thing, this is necessary to put in a square root. Then you have to write your factors that you have right over here. You have to put all the factors over here in a square root, and to make pairs of the same number, then take one number from each pair and then multiply them all, so you will get your answer. Now I am doing another question for you. Another question is 2025 prime factorization. From which table we can solve this question is we can do it from 5, because there is 5 at the end, so we can easily solve it from the table of 5. So we are going to solve it from 5. 5 times 4 is 20, and we have to put in 0 because we have taken these two numbers together, so we have to put 1 0. And then 5 times 5 is 25. Again with 5, because at the end there is 5. 5 times 8 is 40, and 5 times 1 is 5. And over here, when we have taken these two numbers together, so we have to put in 0 because we have two numbers after that. Over here, there is no need to put in 0 between them. Now this can be easily solved from the table of 3, because 3 times 2 is 6, 2 carry over here. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 9 is 27. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 1 is 3. We are done with our prime factorization. Same rule following. We have to put this number in a square root. 2025 is equals to all the prime factors. 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by, then we have 3. So 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3. I have written all the prime factors from here in this square root. Now again, following the same step, pairings. We have the same numbers, pair, one pair, another pair, and another pair. What another rule is, when you have made the pairs, take one number from each pair. 5 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3. 2025 is equals to 3 times 3 is 9, and 9 times 5 is 45. Answer. You can check your answer from the same method or from calculator, but I think this is the easiest method to check your answer and to prove that your answer is correct. So multiply 45 by its own table. 5 times 5 is 25, carry. 5 times 4 is 20, then add 2, so it's 22. 5 times 4 is 20, carry. 4 times 4 is 16 and 18. 5, 2, it's 10 and 2. Same answer. It means that our answer is totally correct. We have proved it also. We have proved our question. This is the proof. We have proved our question. Proof.